Welcome back, RC fans. This time I have a new airplane that's pretty affordable, under $25 US, and it's supposed to look like a US B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. It comes in a pretty small box, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside, and then after that we'll take it for a quick test flight. Okay, so as you can see, it says LSB3, unusual flight experience. It's for 14 plus ages, built in China. So this is the shipping box that it came in, the USPS mail label. So I'll go ahead and all right, so let's put the box aside. It comes with instructions here, some diagrams. Okay, here's the one that looks like a B-2 stealth bomber. So there it is. It's a lot cooler than I thought it would be. Not black, or blue actually, like the real B-2. It's kind of a shiny metallic gray. But it does have two motors. The landing gear is already attached. And here's the hatch for the battery. Okay, can't get it open right now. I'm gonna have to read the instructions. Okay, so there it is. Very similar to the B-2 in terms of the design, the cockpit here, and exactly where the engines would be. It does have winglets on the end that are curled up, but it's pretty good. They've put some etchings here to make it look like the actual bomber, and these bumps look like the intakes. My guess is that it's about 10 inches across wingspan. Just keep rotating slowly. There's the front aspect. It's definitely a flying wing. So it'll be really interesting to see if this actually flies like a B-2 without the computer controlled surfaces like a real bomber. So I would be interested if aerodynamically this can actually fly, or fly well. Not sure what these are. Huh. That'd be antenna. We'll see. Okay. So in addition to that, we've got the remote here. A very tiny remote compared to others. Up, down, just one axis. Left, right, one axis. Then we have our USB charger for the battery. And I assume the battery is somewhere in here. Okay, so that's it for the overview. I'm going to go ahead and charge the battery and read the instructions, and then we'll be ready to take it out to the field and take it for a test flight. I'm really interested to see what this can do. Okay, so join me back here in just a minute. Okay, we are back. The battery has been charging for about half an hour, should be fully charged. It's right here. I just wanted to do a little ground test real quick and show you a couple of things before we try flying this. So let's first put in the battery pack. Goes in here. Kind of an unusual setup, so you need to pop it in there and then slide it forward so the connector makes contact with the electronics. Okay, so this, as I mentioned before, didn't look familiar, but apparently it's a light strip according to the instructions. So if I turn the switch on, there we go, flashing blue LED lights. Okay, the remote takes 3 AA batteries. And let's go ahead and try to pair this with the remote so it can fly. Let's turn this back over. So there are some switches on here. This is the power switch. This is the light switch. This is a gear speed switch. So let's turn on the power. It beeps. Okay, now we're going to try to pair it. We go up, full throttle, then back. Okay, there we go. It's paired. Now when I throttle up, the engines spool up. Okay, so if I push the stick left, the left engine spins more. Push the stick right, the right engine spins more. So that's how it's going to turn left and right. Now if I look on the airplane, there are no control surfaces. No rudder, no ailerons, nothing to help it turn and nothing to make it pitch up and down. So I'm really not sure how this is going to work aerodynamically. I assume that if you push the power up, then it would increase the lift on the leading edge, which would lead the nose to pitch up. But we'll see out in the field. Okay, so let's take it out there and give it a try. Okay, we are back in the hangar after our initial flight test, and as you can see, it did not fly very well. This mini B-2 stealth fighter had issues right from the start. I tried hand launching, I tried launching with a takeoff roll on the pavement, and either way, it did fly for a couple seconds a few times, but then immediately nosedived and crashed, or went inverted and then crashed upside down. And I tried dozens of times into the wind, without any wind, different directions, uphill, downhill, and nothing seemed to work. It was pretty consistent, and to me it just means it's not very flyable. I have not seen any other videos reviewing this plane, but I try not to look at other videos. But in my opinion, it's just impossible to fly consistently. And I believe it's due to a couple of design and engineering problems. One, there are no movable control surfaces, so I have no way of compensating if it pitches up or down. The other thing too is that the center of gravity is off. So this thing is pretty nose heavy. And you can see that in the video. It just hits a bump in the pavement, pitches up, flies for a couple seconds, but immediately does that. So to me, it's a center of gravity problem. And that's really about it. You know, very limited controls, left, right, throttle, and then overall throttle, and that's it. And it's not enough to get this plane to fly well. So it is under $25 USD, so it's relatively inexpensive, but I can't recommend this one. I don't give ratings on my channel, but I will say that it's probably not worth getting this one. I would skip it, and I'll continue my quest for an inexpensive plane that flies well. So until next time, happy flying.